Hello, guys. A very good morning to you. Tiago Andrade here. I'm having a little bit of an issue with my camera, so just bear with me for 1 second, and I'll try to resolve this right now. Just 1 second, won't be long. Cool, there we are. So sorry about that. Started my computer, my camera wouldn't work, and then nothing works. I have to set up the whole thing again. But cool, at least we're here now. So we managed to do it. Technology has won the game once again. Good morning, everybody. This is the Trading Cage. I'm Tiago Andrade, and here is where we beat the gold every single day. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see what our gold has been doing for the past 24 hours. Let me clear out some of these. Yesterday was actually awesome. We managed to get that trade that we spoke about, and we got it in the right spot just after he broke through that 50%. So we managed to take it all the way through to the 5226, and also after that three candle pattern here, when it came to test the resistance, the support, we managed to buy again and go until the 226 once again. So we did the same trade twice. That was really, really awesome. Today we can see that we are in a downtrend. Market's coming back to the support region. So let's have a look here on our daily. Let's see what's happening so far. So once again, man, I've got way too many lines here. 226 is that resistance. Yep. So we've got support here at candle 46, which is 5170. We need that one. We need this support. This green one. I'm gonna take this green one out. These ones are just trigger candles on the day, on the 1 hour. So I'm gonna take that out. Take that out. And I'm gonna take this one out for now. This liquidity has been taken. A bit of this inefficiency has gone as well. So we're gonna leave it there. There's still a bit of inefficiency to be grabbed. Candle 48 did not test that trigger candle at the 5258. So there is still a little bit of spacing there to go. Okay, before it actually hits that trigger candle. We don't need this one. Oh, my inefficiency is gone. Let's put it back in here. And it's green, light green. So we're just gonna map the price once again, okay? So as we do every single day, we need to know what we are looking for so we can know exactly what to expect from our trades. So we have support here at 5170, okay? This is where the price is going right now. So this support is a good support. So we got to make sure that we stay sharp for this one. We also have resistance up above at 5226. Price right now is below its 50%, okay? So it's below today's 50%. But let's have a look, see where it sits against this last movement. So we're still below 50% of this last movement, okay? But if we change our Fibonacci from here to this movement, we are still above 50%. So we are below 50% of this last retraction, but we are above the last movement that we had, okay, the last liquidity grab. So a little bit of a funny place, but we are just around support at the moment. So we got to be careful with that. We have this support of candle 47, maximum high of 47. That could work as resistance if price comes back in. And we have support just above candle 46. So it might be a little bit of a tricky place to be trading today, but we are going to do it anyways. Okay, let's see what the market will give us to trade. Let me just sort one thing out here. Okay, so let's go around to our 1 hour chart. So on our 1 hour chart, we can see the movement that we had yesterday. Then we had a very big correction, okay, just above the support. So it did not manage to break through. So market opened up, it stayed a little bit consolidated in the opening of the market yesterday, last night. Then it went up to the trigger candles. So it touched trigger candle 42, and then it did a retraction the whole night long. But once again, didn't manage to break through any other candles. So price was not breaking above or below any of the candles to the left. It was just staying there. Now price has tested the support 1, 2, 3, 4 times, okay, for the last 5 hours and hasn't managed to break through it. So it's good to know that we have support around this region here, okay? I'm just trying to see where is exactly. So it's around here. This is our support. Cool. All right. So this is what we know so far. So we know that we are above a support, a very strong support. And then we are going to look for buys around here, especially if price breaks above 50% of the day after having so much liquidity here, we can have some really good buys here. Let's just have a look at something really quickly because it looks like the price is intending to come back up. We got a very big push from buyers here. Let's see if it managed to break through those trigger candles. So 23 seconds to go. Let me have a look at 5 minutes. What's 5 minutes looking like? we could possibly get a correction right now. Oh, it didn't break through, but it did close inside of trigger candle 50. Let's see if candle 58 tests. If I put my Fibo here, it did break through. But I need a test. I need a test down from candle 58. Because if price starts breaking above here, candle 58, then it will be changing the structure. Here on 1 minute, it will start to make higher highs and higher lows. At the moment, we're just having lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. Come on, mate. Just make a correction. Come on, come on. Just a test. And then you come back. It's not going to test. Oh, testing now. Good. Let's see if it will manage to break through. Test it now. I'm going to put a buy order just on top of it. So if it comes back to stop all these guys, then we will get into that trade. Okay, so let me have a look at 1 minute here. So there's a whole bunch of stops to the left. Price should accelerate. It is fighting through, so we are on the trade at the moment. Let's see if price accelerates after stopping those guys. If price moves 400 points, we are going to put it on break even, okay? Now, if price comes back into the structure, then I'll be taking this trade out. I'm not going to be holding a trade that comes back inside of the structure. Let's see how it goes. Hmm. Okay, so it got our order and is not managing to um, continue on its way up at the moment. It just did grab that liquidity above candle 158. But at the moment, we do have a healthy movement going up here on the trend line here on the 1 minute. So it's still, we still have got that trend line. Let's see if it will continue. It's got to respect it. If it starts coming back, then it's no good and we get out of it. We're still on a downtrend on the daily, okay? On the day, sorry. So over here we can see a downtrend which is being broken right now by candle 172. That's a break of structure right there. Right there. So Let's see if it will continue. It could be just a liquidity grab and then bring the price back in. And 173 tested down, which is good. On 1 minute, we see a lateralization here, which means that price will have to come back down a little bit to test. It's got to test support. Reason I got into this trade is simply because it had a lot of liquidity here, opportunity for it to accelerate. Okay, we are above 50% of this movement. Candle 57 did close inside of trigger candle 50, also inside of trigger candle 40, and inside of all those trigger candles to the left. So you can see a bit higher, just to see if price will actually accelerate from 50%, but it could reject any of these high parts here, okay, um, from the structure, simply because these will be resistance points. I'm not gonna hold a very high stop in here if price comes back inside of the structure. I'm gonna put my stop just below this 50 here and see what price would do. If this was a liquidity grab, I'm gonna end that trade, okay? What do we have? We have this. We have this structure here, which should work as a support for the price. So we don't want the price coming back inside of this structure. Of course, candle 173 can test the outside of that trend line. Okay, it was broken by candle 171. So candle 173 can come down here, test it, and then pop back up, if that's what the market wants to do. Now, what we do know is that we had the market coming back to test the same support 4 times, right? Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And it didn't manage to break that support. If it doesn't manage to break it, we need to do a liquidity grab. So it needs to grab liquidity above. It did grab the liquidity from 158, but that might not be enough for it to continue on its way down. So if that's not enough, then price will have to come up higher to the region of 50% of the day. One thing that I will track is 50% of this movement right here. Right there. On the 15 minutes, candle 58 can test as far as candle 56, okay? So trigger candle 56 to test for support. And that's as low as I would be willing to go. We broke our trend line here on the 1 minute. Let's see if it makes a pullback. In the 174, testing down. Let's have a look at 1 minute so we can track it. It still can come down a little bit more to test the top of that trigger candle. So that's what it's testing right now. So this is what we're tracking. If candle 58 comes back inside of candle 56, then it's not very good for our trade. We'll take that trade out and then we'll wait for the next one. It's also testing the back of that trend line. One thing here that I would have expected would be this price at least coming here to the 50% of the day, simply because it needed liquidity. If it needed liquidity and it couldn't go through and break that support, it should grab liquidity above. And liquidity from candle 158 alone, it's not enough to continue this movement down. So price might be actually inducing sellers right now to stop them on top. I'm just not going to be holding a trade for very long here in this region because it could correct, but I'm not willing to wait until this 50%, because if it comes back down into this 50%, then it will be again below the trend line. It will be inside of the trigger candles here. Then it could actually induce sellers to come back into the bottom part of the structure. On the 1 minute here, we are getting pressure from buyers. Okay, you can see that buyers are trying to push this price back up, but we still have pressure from sellers. So let's see if this will confirm a pullback to the highs for us. Big pressure here from sellers at candle 867. This here to the left is a regional support, as I said, which is pretty much around here. Let's see how buyers will respond in this region. So, how are you guys? Sabu, good morning. How are you? You all right? And the Brazilian market today looks a bit awful. It's completely sideways. Looks like a barcode. Okay, so candle 867 did not manage to break through that support. Candle 868 is trying right now. We are still on the 15 minutes above our trigger candle. On the 5 minutes, we are still above that trend line. On the 1 minute, we are still in the regional support. So nothing tells us that this price is coming back down right now. Now we've got the next candle, next 15-minute candle that will start in 1 minute. And that candle will have to test down. That's an issue because we're already in the regional support. If it tests down, it's going to end up inside of that trigger candle. So then it could actually come and take me out of my trade before it evolves to the highs. But that's a risk that I'm willing to take. So candle 868 hasn't managed to come back down, break that support. We got big push from candle 869 here. Let's see how buyers will behave right now. Candle 58 will and finish as a doji, which means that we have indecision in the market. And if the market is undecided, me as a professional trader will not know exactly where this market will go. So I cannot give you a certain direction, because if the market doesn't know where it's going, imagine who am I to say where it would go, okay? Okay, look at that. Holy shoot. What's happening? Oop, I'm out. I'm gonna get out of that trade. A lot of volatility. It's not really good to hold trades when the market starts doing that. I prefer to get out of that trade, wait for the market to resolve exactly what's happening, and then I'll get into it again. Okay? Because simply the market could melt really quickly and grab my stop down below and then come back up. And then I ended up losing, 100, $200 in a trade that I saw that the market had a little bit of indecision here. It would have got my stop loss down here anyways, as I was not willing to put my stop below candle 168. Is this news? We might have had some news right now, hence why the market did what it did. It's good to know when to get out, okay? Okay, so candle 175 is coming down to the region of 50% on our 5 minutes here. Let's just wait to see exactly what's going to happen, okay, before we do anything. It hasn't broken through the structure, okay? This structure is still a low trend structure. It did grab the liquidity here, but it didn't really break through these other highs here as we expected it to. So just let it go for a little bit so we can see what's happening. All right, candle 175 closed down in the region of support. Candle 176 now has the obligation of renewing the minimal of candle 168. We are in the regional support once again. Let's see if now it's gonna be it will have liquidity enough to stop these guys. Again, just want to mention that I don't like what happened here simply because there was no liquidity grab. It didn't grab enough liquidity to make this movement, okay? Now, if it had come to the 50%, stopped everybody to the left, and then price comes back in the structure, that's awesome. That's perfect. At least we know that it did the liquidity grab, and now it's coming back into the structure. But that's not what it did. It didn't grab any liquidity at all here in the top part, okay? So it just tells me once again that this might be a manipulation from the institutionals. Okay, so right now we've got price breaking through those minimals. Let's see if it will manage to grab the stop, grab the protection from these guys, and continue its way down. Very good thing that we got out when we did. Let me have a look here at the daily. Just one thing really quick. Okay, so we're getting to that support of the 46. So price here was supposed to grab that liquidity and accelerate and continue on its way down. We can see that we're getting pressure from buyers here. Price is coming back above support. We may get a 3 candle pattern here to the highs, okay? But the stop is a bit long at the moment, because stop would be below candle 176, and we're talking about 1,000 points. Price has come back into the structure right now. After that liquidity grab, you would have had to accelerate. But let's pay attention to the 1 minute here, see what it tells us. Candle 879 would have to close inside of this structure here. And we should get where is it? Right there. If it closed the way it is, nothing to do. 11 seconds to go. If it does close above here, we may get a 3 candle pattern on the next one. No, close below, nothing to do. Let it go. I will wait for a better trade. This price here on candle 176, after grabbing all this liquidity, why would it come back inside the structure? It could be just inducing buyers to buy and put more liquidity below candle 176. But candle 176 is also very close to another support region, which is where buyers stays, right? So we got to be very careful with these sort of movements because this price could just come around here, test this 50% and come right back down. Again, we are still in a downtrend. So structure, so we don't want to be playing around with buys just anywhere. We want to make sure the price is above support and that we have enough confluences to continue on our trade. Now, if the next candle, if candle 177 closes like this, and next candle tests down this region here, then we could have a long buy going back up. Because then it would be rejecting support. If it comes back and closes inside of the lower part of candle 176, then it would be telling us that this was a pullback to the minimals, to the lows. The only thing is that we've got support here on 5170, which doesn't give us enough space to actually get a quite long trade. It is trying to confirm the pullback here on the 1 minute. Hasn't confirmed it yet. So a lot of indecision around this region here. As we can see, this only 1 minute we had market tried to confirm a pullback, but then it's not managing to stay below the trigger candle 877. Okay. 882 tried to come back down and didn't manage to. So got a very big push from buyers here, pushing the price back into the structure. Okay, so if we have a look at the structure to the left, price is right here. And then we've got that 50% of the last movement. If price closes here and next candle, next 5-minute candle, test down these regional support, which is the high of candle 877, then we could get a good buy here at least of about 1,000 points. But then price must close above this region. I don't want to sell there just simply because we have all of the support right there. So as we can see, we're getting a lot of push from buyers, a lot of protection from buyers here, just absorbing all the contracts from sellers. Sellers push it down and buyers absorb it. And then sellers push it down again and buyers absorb the price. The issue that I have against me buying is that we are in a low trend and we haven't changed the structure of price yet. But this will be, if it closes like this, it will be a 3 candle pattern on the 5 minutes. Only issue is that 15 minutes gonna close now. Let's see if 178 tests down, and then it is a 3 candle pattern. So every time we get one, we will put a order in. So I'm gonna put a buy order here. Let's see how that works. My stop will be quiet quite cheap. It's not very expensive as well, so I can afford it. It's testing down. The more it tests down, the better. Okay, it's actually quite a short stop. Let's see if the price will come back up. So 178 testing down, exactly the minimals of this movement. If it breaks through, continue, we'll just take our buy order out, okay? So right now, I'll take my buy order out. Price right now is stopping everybody that bought at candle 245, but we still have a lot of liquidity below this region, okay? So it could as well accelerate. Now, there are two things we need to have a look at. Price has stopped these guys, broke through the support, and now is grabbing liquidity below the other support we had. So if price accelerates, it will come down as low as this. Okay, so this pivot here until this region will come down as low as that. Now, if it did grab the liquidity or the liquidity it needed, it will pop back up. Okay, we're still above the 50% on the macros. We're still a buyer's market. It's just coming to grab all the liquidity generated yesterday to continue its movement. Okay, so this is what could be happening right now. And this is why we don't put buy now orders, because we could get stopped when the actual movement that the market wants to make is the movement that we have been intended the whole way through. So now we got that FIBO. Let's see what's going to happen. You can see that 1 minute here came back to the structure once again. It's not a very easy trade, okay? It's showing us that it wants to go up. We have a lot of buyers in that region, but it keeps on coming down to get the liquidity. We've got to be careful not to get caught on a buy here when the market actually pulls down. Right, so candle 178 closed inside of the movement. Candle 179 is going down once again. I'm not going to buy there, and I'm not going to sell in that region either, okay? I will let it be for the moment. I prefer to wait, and if the market continues like this, I prefer to wait until the opening of the American market before I actually do any other trades, okay? All right. So 179 is coming back to the um, structure once again. So you can see here on 1 minute, candle 891 did not manage to break through candle 884. So we're still waiting. Patience pays the trader. There's no point of us rushing through to anything, okay? We had a good reading here on candle 172, but that ended up not being such a good trade. So we got off really quick. And now there's no point of rushing into just any trade. Let's wait for the market. I still believe that this market is going to come back up and stop all of these guys. And I want to get in at the right time. Okay. Let's start my analysis here for the opening of the American market so I can let you guys be at least with a good strategy. If this price comes back inside of this structure, okay, it's got to come back above support. If it comes back above the support, we have good buys until 50% of the day. You could actually take partials out on the trigger candle 172 here. Okay, it's going to be a region of resistance, this trigger candle 172. So price came above here, we stayed above this support, we go long, okay? We go long. Just pay attention to this. If the opening of the American market comes down and retests this region and comes back up, then we know for sure that we're going long. If price breaks through the support, um, if price breaks through this support and stays below it, we can get good shorts out of the market. All right, because price will have to come back down and grab all of this liquidity from yesterday. And it could come as low as down here. So we could see a very big drop until these region here, okay? So just pay attention to these regions. Um, see what your target take profit is. Take your target, take profit. This region below here is a region of good partials, okay? Take your partials out. As price could just come grab the liquidity and push it back up. All right, at the moment we can see a lot of pressure from buyers in this region of minimals here. So you have to be a little bit careful. As you can see on the region of 5170, there are a lot of trigger candles here in the same region. Okay, so this is a region that could really hold this price. It should not allow it to come back down. All right, even this candle tried to break through these triggers here, and it didn't. So just be very careful. Don't short it until it actually breaks through 5170. If it does break through it, that's fine. Just short it. Wait for a test up. Wait for it to test resistance, and then you short the market until about this region here. Take a partial out and see if the market will continue on its way down. Price came back up above support. It's going long, go long until this region here. It's a region of good partials. And then if it breaks the structure, price could be coming back up to the highs of today. Okay. So this is pretty much the analysis for the opening of the US market. But pay attention, be careful, and wait for the market to make the move before you try to get in. All right. Don't just rush into it. There we go. Candle 180 coming down once again to the regional support. We can see that price is not breaking through. We have very big push from sellers. I'm just not going to short this market where it is. The 180 making its push down. It's in the regional support once again. We've got 3 minutes to go on our live. Guys, if you came across this video, just would like to say thank you for watching, okay? We make this live analysis every day. We are here from 9 o'clock in the morning until 10 o'clock with the mapping of the price of what's going to happen during the day and what might happen during the day as well. At 10 o'clock, I do need to go because I do trade together with our students, okay? We are part of I work with a school here in Brazil, and we form traders, professional traders. Okay, so we trade live with them every day from 10 o'clock until about midday, Brazilian time. If you came across this video, make sure you like it, comment, okay? Subscribe to our channel and also share this channel with your friends if they do want to learn how to make analysis of the gold and how to make good entries and good exit points as a day trader if they want to become a professional day trader. Make sure you share this with your friends and it will be much appreciated, okay? It has been awesome to be here with you guys. I'm really enjoying this. We've been doing this project now for 60 days, and we are going to continue this for many, many years to come. But all your help is it's really good. So if you share this with your friends, you're going to help me to improve the amount of subscribers we have and also the amount of reach that YouTube is going to give us. All right. So thank you very much. We got Kindle 180 here breaking through that support. Just let's see what the next candle will do. We'll have to test up. Let's see if it tests up. It's got to. Did it break through those triggers? It did. Big push from buyers once again. And I'm happy to short this market right now. It did everything that I wanted it to do. Let's say if it will continue to grab the liquidity below. So it's going to get our entry point right now. And we are in the trade. Let's see if it accelerates. Guys, I do have to go. So thank you very much for your time. This is the trading cage, and this is where we beat the gold every day. Thank you. I will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock for more analysis of the gold. I will see you soon.